Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last one, man. I'm sick of going through this bullshit. It's the last fucking one. Okay, on January 16th, 2017, WWE announced that Angle would be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame on March 16th. WWE revealed that his longtime rival John Cena would induct Angle at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. On the April 3rd episode of Raw, after WrestleMania 33, Angle made his first WWE appearance in nearly 11 years after Vince McMahon appointed Angle as new general manager of Raw. On the May 29th episode of Raw, the commentator Corey Graves informed Angle about some scandalous information that was sent to him about Angle, with Angle telling Graves, "If this is true, it could ruin me." On the July 17th episode of Raw, Angle revealed that he had a son with a woman he dated in college. He stated that his son eventually would end up in the WWE. Angle then made the announcement that his on-screen son was Jason Jordan of American Alpha, thus moving Jordan to the Raw brand, but it wasn't. He's just a kayfabe child. Jason Jordan is just a. Well, I'll tell you about Jason Jordan. Nathan Everhart, that's his real name. He's just the kayfabe son, the storyline son. So, Nelson Angle's in-ring return after 11 years, replacing Roman Reigns due to the medical issues, and teaming up with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, uh, to face Miz, Braun Strowman, Kane, Cesaro, and Sheamus in a 5-on-3 handicap TLC match at TLC. Uh, Angle Angle dressed in Shield's ring attire. Ambrose and Rollins won the match despite Angle having initially been taken out when Strowman executed a running power slam to a table on Angle. On October 30th episode of Raw, while addressing the fans, Commissioner Stephanie McMahon confronted Angle, announcing that Angle would be the team captain of Team Raw at Survivor Series, adding that if Team Raw would lose, Angle would be fired. At the event, Angle's teammate Triple H attacked him, leading to his elimination. Shane McMahon, however, Team Raw still went on to win the match. Elimination Chamber, Angle along with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H was present when Ronda Rousey signed her Raw contract. When Angle brought up the competition that Stephanie McMahon and Triple H had with Rousey and on The Rock at WrestleMania 31, that they both want to manipulate her. This caused Rousey to put Triple H to a table and then be slapped by Stephanie McMahon before signing her contract. The following night on Raw, Angle claimed that the allegations he made were false. So, to keep this job before being attacked by Triple H as a result, by the following week, Angle to scheduled himself to team with Rousey against Triple H and Triple H and his wife Stephanie McMahon in a mixed tag team match at WrestleMania 34. See, Triple H is the head of talent and creative and chief content officer now. So Stephanie McMahon is now the CEO, and you know what I mean. Well, they're in the mixed tag team match, WrestleMania 34, which Angle and Rousey won. Angle participated in a 50-man Royal Rumble match at the Greatest Royal Rumble event later that month. He entered at number 16 and eliminated Bo Dallas, Primo Colon, Dolph Ziggler, before being eliminated by Elias Sampson. Following WrestleMania, Angle found himself in a power struggle with the control of Raw when the McMahon family appointed Baron Corbin as the constable of Monday night's June 4th episode of Raw, which this continued until the August 20th episode of Raw when Stephanie McMahon sent Angle on a vacation before announcing that Corbin would be acting general manager in Angle's absence. The final match is in retirement. The October 8th episode of Raw, Angle made a surprise return disguised under the mask as the Conquistador, winning a battle royal after the last eliminating the after winning a battle royal after last eliminating Corbin and qualifying for the WWE World Cup Crown Jewel. At the event, Angle was defeated by Ziggler in the first round of the World Cup tournament, November 5th. On November 5th, Angle competed on his first match on Raw ever since '06. For a spot in the Survivor Series, losing to Drew McIntyre in dominating fashion, with McIntyre using Angle's own ankle lock finish maneuver to make him submit. Angle returned to TLC on December 16th to help Braun Strowman along with Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, and Heath Slater, which is now working for Impact. Baron beat Baron Corbin to strip him of authoritative power. The next night on Raw, Angle along with Crews, Roode and Gable easily defeated Corbin in a handicapped no disqualification match to prevent him from being the permanent general manager of Raw. At the 2019 Royal Rumble on January 27, 2019, Angle entered the match at number 4, but was eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura. March 11th, on the episode Raw, Angle announced that he would retire at WrestleMania 35 and chose Baron Corbin as his final opponent at the event. Over the following weeks, Angle embarked on a farewell tour, facing several hand-picked opponents, including Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is already back at always working at AEW now. Well, and AJ Styles. At WrestleMania 35, Angle would lose to Corbin in the final match. On the Raw after Mania, Angle attacked Corbin and was subsequently attacked by a debuting Lord Sullivan. Afterwards, they fired Lord Sullivan. They got rid of him. They fired him because of the comments he made about homosexuals. Afterwards, Angle transitioned to a backstage role as a producer. Yeah, that's all that. Yeah, we got shit going on. That's done. Okay. On July 22nd, Angle appeared on Raw Reunion and raised a toast alongside Triple H, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and various other fellow wrestlers of an era of his own on the August 5th episode of Raw. August 5th, the episode of Raw in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Uh, Angle made an appearance as the special guest referee for a match between Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander. However, however, McIntyre and Alexander took each other out before the match began. And Angle was then attacked by the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Well, that character is kind of dead. On April 15, 2020, Angle was released from his WWE contract as a part of budget cuts stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic. So, on the May 27th episode of NXT, Angle served as the special guest referee in a steel cage match between Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher was gone. He appeared again 2 days later on the May 29th episode of SmackDown to announce the arrival of Matt Riddle to the brand. Yeah, on. Yeah, to the brand. To interview with CBR. Oh, hold on, man. In an interview with CBR, Angle revealed that WWE had offered him a new deal to come back under the role of Matt Riddle's manager, but he turned it down. in order to focus on his health and his nutrition business. Until on the June on oh yeah, on the Raw taping previous June, Angle made an appearance via a video message to congratulate John Cena on his 20-year career. Angle would appear on the August 29th episode of Raw, which took place in Pittsburgh, sporting his old Team Angle attire. He would get into an altercation with Alpha Academy before being aided by the Street Profits, and which led to a tag team match between the two teams with the stipulation that if Alpha Academy won, Angle would have to join them. If Alpha Academy won, this is what he says: if Alpha Academy had won the match, Angle would have joined them. The Street Profits would win the match, and afterwards, Angle celebrated with them by drinking milk. Later on the night, Angle reunited with Edge backstage and would get pranked by rigged pictures containing mocking slogans on the back of them in a similar fashion to a segment the duo had back in 2002. That's done. Then you had this one. Okay, we got Return to Impact Wrestling Summerversary uh previous June. Angle returned to Impact Wrestling in a video message to congratulate Impact on their 20 years. That's what they do. This shit that I won't never have to read again, but I had to do it now. When Angle began to train as a pro wrestler, he was asked to not watch old tapes since the style changed during the Attitude Era and the matches were more aggressive. Instead, he learned watching then current wrestlers Steve Austin, you know, Triple H, or The Rock. Angle said his match against The Rock at No Way Out 2001 was the transition between the funny, goofy Kurt Angle to a more serious competitor, including more offense. Angle's Olympic gold medal has frequently been incorporated into his professional wrestling persona. His personality varies depending on his alignment as a face or heel. As a face, Angle usually performs in a role model as a role model, but as a heel, arrogantly uses his achievements to insult other people. He mixes the aspects to his amateur wrestling background into his in-ring work, performing the various suplexes, including the belly to back, German, or overhead belly to belly, as well as submissions such as the rear naked choke or the triangle choke. He primarily performs two finishing maneuvers to end his matches: an Olympic slam dubbed the Angle Slam. What is it called? The Angle Slam? Well, the Angle Slam is the Olympic Slam I did not know of. Or the Ankle Lock. During Angle's entrance, it is common for fans to chant quote unquote "you suck" to the tune of his entrance music. The chants originated during Angle's feud with The Rock in early 2001, but gained popularity during his feud with Edge in 2002. The chants had become a trademark of Angle's persona, regardless if he is a face or a heel. That stuff is there. Got other media. Angle have appeared in every WWE/F video game from 2000's WWF Royal Rumble up to WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, released in 2006. After an 11-year absence, Angle made his return to the WWE video games as a playable character in WWE 2K18 as a downloadable content, before subsequently appearing in WWE 2K19 and WWE 2K20. He also appears in TNA Impact, TNA Wrestling, and TNA Wrestling Impact. We got his acting career mixed in. We got a little mix of it. Angle has expressed many interests in pursuing an acting career after retiring from pro wrestling. In 2008, he made his film debut as a racist prison deputy in a short film that's called Chains. In 2009, he played a serial killer named Brad Mayfield in this film called The Endgame. On a third season episode of Pros versus Joes, he was teamed up with Jimmy Smith, who was later gone from WWE. He might be go get that deal with Cam Soda. I don't know. And you got Kendall Gill. This Kendall Gill, against the Joes. He was teamed up with Jimmy Smith, was a MMA commentator, and you got Kendall Gill against the Joes. Angle appeared in a car wreck vanish episode of Chris Angel Mind Freak. He played a Russian MMA champion named Koba in a non-speaking role in the 2011 film Warrior, and starred as the town sheriff Will Logan Will Logan in a film called River of Darkness. He was already featured in this movie. On the okay, on the Right After Wrestling program on Sirius Satellite Radio, Angle revealed that he would become a part-time wrestler after his contract expired in 2011 to focus on Angle Foods, and his acting career in the 2013 film Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies. He plays himself as both a human and a zombie. Angle also had a small role in a 2014 cult film Sharknado 2, the second one, and another one besides it, a romantic comedy is called Not Cool. It's a romantic comedy film. It's romantic. It's a film. It's a romantic comedy movie. He appeared in another film that's called The Last Witch Hunter. Oh, this one Not Cool that he was featured in. It's based on all the youngsters. They remind me of the American Pie. It reminds me of the American Pie movie. So that came from the person who produced American Pie. It got 3 or 4 young teenagers that look all quirky. Sharknado, that's featured on Sci-Fi, so that's out there. This one's out there. Yeah, we got one of those things. He also made a cameo appearance in a movie. And the movie is called Pain and Gain. The movie that Dwayne Johnson was featured in with Mark Wahlberg, and in which he brawls against Dwayne Johnson's character. Dwayne Johnson's character in a prison fight. Angle appeared on an episode of Duck Dynasty in early 2016. I don't want to just jump into the IWGP shit though. This part, I go to return and I go to these returns. I go to these returns for matches, but that part I don't want to fuck with the past shit that Karango have done. One thing I don't want to fuck with the New Japan shit. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'll deal with that shit tomorrow. Yes, I'll deal with that tomorrow. I don't want to read into that shit because I don't want to read into that shit because the past shit he did with New Japan and Lucha Libre and the Indies. I'll deal with that tomorrow after I'm watching off the script. Yeah, other endeavors. As other endeavors, in 1996, Angle became a marketing representative for Protos Foods, the uh, the manufacturers of Ostrom, an ostrich meat-based foodstuff that was in '97. He worked for a year as a sportscaster for the Fox affiliate WPGH TV as a sportscaster. Worked for a year, but he also did a commercial for a Pittsburgh based pizza chain called Pizza Outlet. There's both Angie's Pizza commercial and his time on WPGH TV would be referenced on WWE TV, the latter through the WWE Network show Ride Along with his time with WPGH TV would also make him an alumnus of WPGH TV parent company Sinclair Broadcast Group. Sinclair Broadcast Group, that's like it was like a company. It looks like the broadcast group that already had done. They already own that fucking thing like this. Yes, yes, WPGH parent Sinclair Broadcast Group without having without having ever appeared for Sinclair owned wrestling promotion Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, they already got purchased by Tony Khan. Look, they already got purchased by Tony Khan, bro. Tony Khan had bought that the tape library, bro. He owned Ring. He purchased Ring of Honor. You know that was in the hands of Tony Khan. So, and AEW. Angle is a longtime fan of MMA and has occasionally talked about his desire to compete. Dana White, the UFC president, stated that Angle was in talks to appear as a heavyweight contestant on the 10th season of The Ultimate Fighter, but failed the medical requirements that Angle has signed with Bellator MMA on late October 2015. He attended a fan convention on November 6th. Early November, uh, on November 6th, early November of 2015, on the eve of Bellator 145. Then he joined the commentary booth the next night during the Bobby Lashley versus James Thompson match. This guy right here is James Thompson. He's a British professional MMA fighter. This face. That's James Thompson. Yeah, where he teased possibly fighting for the promotion itself himself. In Angle's book, It's True is True, was released on September 18, 2001, but in 2008, Angle was selected to be featured on the cover for metal band Emir's second album, The Respect Issue, where he is depicted on the front and back covers for the record. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says, where he is depicted on the front and back covers for the record, as well as in the inlay. Angle began hosting a podcast called The Kurt Angle Show. The Kurt Angle Show with Conrad Thompson. This is Megan Fleur's husband, Conrad Thompson. Who knows? Oh shit! And I did not know he did a show with Conrad Channing Thompson, and he's married to one of Ric Flair's daughters, Megan. Oh man, I didn't know he began to. I didn't know that Kurt Stephen Angle could begin to host a podcast. It was named a podcast that was named after him. It's called the Kurt Angle Show. It was named after him. His colleague is Ric Flair's son-in-law, Conrad Channing Thompson. One of Ric Flair's two in-laws, besides Conrad Thompson and Andrade. You know what I mean? We're jumping to the personal life right there. I don't know. I don't want to go into his personal life. It all sucks now. I do not want to fuck with that shit. It's personal shit. I'll I'll jump into that. I'll jump into that shit tomorrow. Fuck. I'll jump into all that shit tomorrow. I'll jump in that shit tomorrow. God, it's time for me to be done with this fucking game. This fucking piece of shit. This fucking news. I'll jump into that tomorrow. I'll jump into that tomorrow. I'll fucking do.